Chapter 9. Leisure Time and Work. In Denmark, there are tens of thousands of associations. This is where a large part of people's social life takes place. Everyone can establish an association and pursue their interests in their leisure time. Association activities vary widely. There are art, sports, political and religious associations, as well as associations for people interested in nature or history. And there are associations that carry out volunteer work.
We call it Café Ovenpå for people who, for one reason or another, have dropped out of the labour market. You could say that the core group of the people here are disability pensioners. At the café, you can develop a network or make new contacts. You can establish a new frame of reference for your life. Sometimes we also call it help to self-help. I am a disability pensioner and have been for a number of years, and I'm also recently divorced. In such a situation, you don't see as many people as you usually do, and I thought to myself that something just had to change. I think the cafe helps you so your daily life doesn't become too dreary and you don't just go around in your own thoughts, but that you can share things with others. What I like about an association is that everyone has something in common that they think is exciting, and it involves a lot of social interaction. And you can do all the volunteer work your heart desires. You can put all the time and effort into the work that you want.
There are also a number of cultural associations for various ethnic groups in society. Being a member of an association is one of the most common ways to be together with others and to become acquainted with new people. In the Kurdish club, we get together for meetings and to chat and play games. Sometimes we prepare meals, play sports and go for walks in our spare time. In the majority of workplaces, there is an open, spontaneous social tone among the employees. There is often also an informal tone between the employees and the boss. In Denmark, when the boss gives you an order and you're told what you need to do, the boss doesn't give you a direct order. The boss says, "Do you have time to take a look at this? Or would you like to take a look at this task?" In many cultures, you are used to being given a task. Now, just do it. Here in Denmark, there is a dialogue. The boss always has a dialogue with his or her employees. If you misunderstand the boss's objectives when you hear, "Do you have time to take a look at this task?" and you say no, then you can actually get into trouble. If you do not know the rules and mentality at your workplace, complications and misunderstandings can occur, which could be otherwise avoided. The way people work together, the humor and lines of authority at Danish workplaces are determined by a number of unwritten rules, so it's a good idea for newly arrived immigrants to become familiar with them. If you are uncertain about something at your workplace, and this can happen to anybody, all you need to do is to ask your closest colleagues. I think that's a good place to start. Just ask your colleagues. In Denmark, it's not embarrassing to ask your boss or your colleagues questions about what to do. Someone will always be there to help you. There's a lot of small talk at the workplace. You are together with your colleagues during coffee breaks, standing round the coffee machine, and also during lunch breaks. It's very important that you spend time with your colleagues, on excursions and company parties, as a lot of knowledge sharing also happens at these social events. Here's a piece of good advice to newcomers. Speak Danish at work.